All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, idealists and visionaries, we are back with the next episode for tonight. And we are here to talk about the show, the isekai, the anime called The Saga of Tanya the Evil. All right. And we are back,
All right,
and
I'm back.
and just as before, I am joined by my boy D Zone,
Yo.
my boy Henry Cho,
You.
and the Godfather of anime himself, Kobo70, which he is here. Great.
All right.
So-
Go up there, that was new.
So let's do this, man. We're talking about, like I said, Saga of Tanya the Evil. If it, and I don't know if it's the best isekai ever to be created, but it is up there. It is literally
Okay,
up there.
calm
there.
down. Calm down.
It definitely is up there.
It's in top
Hands
20.
down.
How's that? It's in top
I said
20.
it's up there. I didn't say where it was at.
Yeah.
Oh, you
it's-
got to place it, son. You got to place it.
It's up there though. But if we
It-
start
it got-
placing, if we
it
start
got a
placing
pretty big
isekai, that's
back-
going to be a long. It's going to be a long discussion, and I'd rather not have that right now.
Oh yeah, no. That'd be a discussion that would last at least a couple hours.
All right, but let's talk about it, man. All right, Saga of Tanya the Evil. It's great. It's
right.
pretty good story. Just animation is pretty good. It's pretty phenomenal, to be honest. My personal opinion, and just the way the story unravels and unfolds, and especially in the universe around her, because it's not like obviously she's the main focus, but
Yep.
it's a world building phenomenon that's surrounding her.
She's an
Oh,
anti-hero. You're not rooting for her. Here's someone who they started off, and she's essentially it's actually a man, and he's a salary man.
Mm-hmm.
Does subpar work. His co-workers hate him. Eventually, one of his subordinates kills him. Now, he's atheist, so he doesn't really believe in any God. God looks at his life, tells him, okay, here you go. This is how you're going to do things. Puts him into his new life. Because, see, now he's a little girl, and all the evil thoughts he had, he gets to play out in a fictional type of World War I type scenario.
Yep.
But he's also brilliant. And so what you have is a situation where he's not allowed to kill himself. He has to play out his life. Otherwise, he'll get kicked from the wheel of reincarnation. And he'll go straight to hell. That's Tanya the Evil's whole deal.
Yeah. But and here's the thing. While doing that, the fact that Tanya doesn't care about the circle because she renounces God continuously, even though God was the one that brought her back.
Weaponized prayer.
Mm-hmm. No,
Exactly.
Well, we're gonna get into that because that's some.
Utilizes-
We're gonna get into that because
utilizes
that is some messed up stuff. I don't even want to talk about how messed up that was.
And it gets like it's
Oh, yeah.
dark in a way you're uncomfortable with. That's
Mhm.
what it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But my thing with the show, my favorite parts of the show, like, has to be the sound effects. How they did the sound effects for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
They did do some solid sound effects for it, and it really lent to the dog fighting, like really well too.
oh yeah, and it also leads to that mysticality of, dude, this is magic. This is not just your regular carbine, M1 carbine firing. This is essentially equivalent to freaking Sherman shooting.
Harry
And
Potter
you
could
sh-
never.
Ha!
Yeah.
No, let's just be real. All right, in this world, obviously they have magic, but magic is so modernized for what the norm of what you get with magic with isekai that is used in a combination of modern warfare.
Well, yeah, it has it's sort of a steampunk version of World War I. magic hadn't just been weaponized, but industrialized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so you have a world that's built like that. So it plays into what we know of a World War One, but it has its own rendition of it, not just the telling, but also the way equipment works, the fighting, the nations involved. All of that's obviously of that world.
Yeah, and let's not forget she is reborn in what essentially, if we're basing it off World War One, which it technically is, Germany. They call it the fatherland. Like,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, she's straight up the precursor to the Nazi Party. All right,
100%.
You're not rooting for these people at all.
Oh yeah, no.
I kind of. You're cold.
Not my
You're
son. Not my son, damn it. Not my son.
Like, they're not Nazis. This just like, World War One was kind of Germany just wilding.
Well,
They were
I mean,
like,
you had a different structure with God, what is it?
Yeah, because technically they're not Nazis in this movie. I mean, the show. They're just
No.
Germany. If Germany was
No,
a little
it's the
wasn't at
Kaiser and Germany in World War One.
yeah, completely different. It's just based off the superpower that Germany was.
Yeah.
Keyword was. Everyone came together, was like, yeah, sit down. No, bad.
Now, and then here, let's dive into it. So they acknowledge her abilities as a magician at a young age, and she joins the army in the regime at what, 9 years old?
Oh, like 8, 9 years old. She's in the
Yeah.
army and accredited. By the time she's 11 to 12, she's already got accommodation. She's already climbed up that ladder.
Mhm.
By like
Yeah,
13, she is literally running her own brigade and is brutalizing the enemy with it.
And, yeah,
Dude,
she's
it's because she's a strategic mastermind using what she knew from her previous life.
yeah, and she's a menace. And not only that, so y'all remember when she was being a test subject for the new Jewels, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo, she was a test subject for not only that, but among other things. And because she kept surviving these things due to God's power, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she kept rejecting him. He froze time, took over a dead body to speak to her directly, and said, "Since you want to keep renouncing me, and every time you want to use your magic powers, you must pray to me." Yo, this dude is he is warped, bro. He's warped.
It's
He's like-
really God torturing an atheist. All right.
Yes.
That's really what this whole thing is. God torturing an atheist.
Yo,
He was like, "You keep not believing in me. That's cool. You can't use your power without praising me." So
You also have to remember, he also weaponizes other people to fight her. Okay, hey, you gotta go kill this person. They're the devil.
yeah,
The American.
yeah. Because what did they call her? The Devil of the Rhine.
Devil of the Rhine.
Devil of the Rhine. They called her the devil because she was unmatched.
She was unmatched. Her skill was and magical output was enough to cause an essentially nuclear explosion.
Oh no, she did. You saw what she did, right? She mapped out a whole giant magic spell and did the prayer and had that thing go in seconds. She was that quick with it.
Right.
For any other mage, I'm pretty sure that spell would have took longer.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. She's like, "Oh, so you're gonna make me have to pray to you to use this power? All right, let me just use it to kill the people you so desperately want to kill me."
It's like when she blows up the comms base.
Dude, She was
Like,
so
oh, way to
mad.
hit us, right? What's she doing up there? And Buddy's just chilling, and he's like, "We gotta get out of here."
we gotta bounce, bro. We can't be in this building no more.
Nah, but yo, her right hand though. Y'all remember her right hand? What was it? Thing, Lieutenant.
Victoria.
Yeah, yo, her right hand. She was like, "I'm not messing with her. I'm gonna follow all orders, bro." She was like, "Yo, she already knew she was crazy."
Yeah, she knew she was crazy
What if she sent them
because
two dudes to go die?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She did send those two in the first episode.
it was Swarbriakov.
Yeah, she was like, I just sent them to the rear, and they're in an observation tower. It was like, but most people die in the
They're in a
observation
pill
towers.
box.
Yeah, she was like, but they're in a standstill in location, and most people in those type of places get hit first. And then it was
Hit by
her
artillery.
face,
Yeah.
her face when they heard the news about them being dead, bro. Like,
Yeah.
What do you guys think about her battle with that little girl's dad and how that all played out?
yo, that battle
Dude.
was crazy, bro. But she was
That
not.
battle was
That's
crazy,
my favorite.
but he got
part of
his
the
ass
series.
whooped. he
That-
now
not
his
only-
Well, I
daughter.
mean, hold on. He did all right for a bit, but when she finally acquiesced to doing the prayer, it was over.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
And that was the whole. And you can see at that point that up until that point he was on par with her, but the whole point was to push Tanya
to saying
to
it.
pray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was all about that putting pressure. And now what does he do after that? He immediately takes that dude's daughter and start raising her up to be the next one. To push her even farther.
Except for if it wasn't for Lieutenant Sorobiakov, Tanya possibly would have.
you cut out, Diesel.
If it wasn't for Lieutenant Sorobiakov, Tanya could have died in the fight against the daughter, because the daughter wasn't giving up. It didn't matter.
No, you gotta think she's the next level. How is it? It's like faith through abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It was
if you look, her dad put the same
faith
level
over
of pressure.
trauma.
Well, her dad put the same level of challenge to Tanya, and it wasn't until Tanya finally said, "Fuck, I need that power in order to beat him," that it got to that level. And it's forced faith, and that's what I feel like his daughter also represents. I'm waiting for the next season for that one, because I feel like that's the next level of the story, and she's the next protagonist.
For
Keep waiting, brother.
You keep waiting. I don't think they're going to. I think they released the movie and they were like, "Yeah, we're good right now. We're so pretty."
The anime is ahead of the manga. They're just doing it. They don't even have the source material anymore.
Oh yeah, they don't. One season in a movie.
Yeah, one season,
Well,
2 OVAs in a movie.
You have to remember that these are all based off a light novel.
That's true. It's a light novel series, not a manga series.
We have the source material. It's really just, okay, is this big? Was it popular enough? And surprisingly enough, it was actually well received. And that's what matters.
Really
So
was.
we will get probably more of it, just not right away.
Facts.
I just hope they don't take as long as Bleach did for this 1,000-year war. Because they had that material forever. It's just they just didn't want to release that shit.
Like, you have to understand that anime is from fucking almost 10 years ago. All right?
Mhm.
The manga finished 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
And at that point, you
that's
got to remember the
unheard of.
anime really basically caught up with the manga. It was that bad.
Yeah. Well, look at another example. Not exactly. You can't really count Bleach the same way you can't count Full Metal Alchemist. They did their own ending all the way up to like episode 54, and then like 7 years later, they released Brotherhood, which actually did the ending from episode 28 to 54, and like the actual ending that the girl wrote. You know?
Yeah.
So there are anime out there that are like that they'll make their comeback, but who knows when. Like, I guarantee you, we're getting another iteration of a Vampire Hunter D. They're working on already. It's hard to get steam for those older anime. Whereas Tanya the Evil, it's far more modern. You have a whole different generation that's knee deep in anime now. They're not looking to just anime from 10, 20 years ago. Like Vampire Hunter D was like 1992, dude, 91. So like I think the second iteration was like 2003. So it was in that 10-year period that you had the big three going. But still, most kids didn't get into anime until Toonami, and that was late 2000s. You know, for a lot of people, their rise to anime, the international aspect to anime is really the period between 2000 and now. And most of them are on the latter half.
Yeah.
We're early risers on this issue.
Yeah, most of them on the latter half due to COVID. You know, that's just...
Oh, yeah. Look at how popular anime is now, right now, compared to just 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, we've
had this conversation before.
Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen and not had the reach that it has now.
Yeah, I mean, we've had this conversation before. We all, and it's apparent, and it's true. Anime is mainstream now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. About fucking time y'all caught up to me. What the fuck, man? I've been here since the 80s.
You're just old.
You're just old.
Just old.
Yeah, most of us wasn't born into the 90s, Kobo.
Listen, I prefer well-seasoned. All right? I'm like a fine wine, all right? I've only gotten better with time.
Yo, I'm done with this fool. But no, Talia, man, she's on some other stuff. She's evil, intelligent, vindictive, petty. Like during the whole part when she was training her regime, she did not care. She put them through hell. But I mean, I understand. But at the same time, when she did, they got stronger for it. Like super strong.
They got a lot stronger. They became, in their context, inhumanly strong.
Yeah, she bombed them for an entire night. Told them to dig holes up in the mountain in the snow in order to survive. Yo.
You know what I like about it? As an antagonist, like every other anime, even the anti-heroes are protagonists. All right? She is 1,000% antagonist. She is 100% the enemy. You're not rooting for her, but you know she's going to win and it's going to be epic.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying I don't think I'm rooting or not rooting for her. I'm just enjoying the environment. I'm just enjoying how she's like crazy. Like,
well, I mean, look how callously she's like, oh yeah, she's more than willing to sacrifice everybody for her goals.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But that's
100%.
If you look at it, like
they're like, that's why we follow her. We know we're expendable, but we also know she will fucking get the job done. Yeah. They're more than willing to throw their lives in front of it. They accept she's a fucking. The people that are closest to her know she's a fucking monster.
Mm-hmm. What was you saying, Joe?
I was say, if you look closely as the series goes on into the OVAs and the movies, she becomes like softer towards her people, like towards her brigade. Like she's more humanized and friendly with them. Like she cares about them.
Oh yeah, because she's like she started adopting the mindset. Oh yeah, no, it's because she thinks that holy crap, if I lose my people, one, that could hurt my chances of getting the position I want. And two, I have to retrain more of these idiots.
Yes, it's optics. She's worried about the optics of losing these people. She's not worried about losing the people. She's worried about how bad it will look on her resume.
That is facts. Because she wants that cushy. She wants that cushy job in order to retire and finally leave the army.
Yeah,
to just sit in the back and just not have to deal with it, live a nice cushy life like she wanted to when
Only thing is that all powerful being. What does she call it? Being X. She calls him Being X.
being X, yeah,
Being X
calls
will
God
not
being
let
X.
that happen. He is not letting that
Yeah,
happen.
she's constantly looking for an out, you know, and he's constantly going, nope, no. Easy life is not something you deserve, and that's really what it is. That's why I honestly feel like, in this retrospect, her reincarnation is actually her punishment.
Probably.
She
Nine
wants
times
an
out of 10.
easy life, you know.
She was
And-
effectively sent to hell.
Yeah. And if you think about it, if you look at the historical aspect, World War One in the Rhineland, World War One was fucking a nightmare. Like, no man's land exists in World War One. It was brutal because you had modern warfare weapons, but basic old school military strategy. They did not mix well, bro. And like entire platoons just got gunned down in moments.
Yeah.
It was the first modern warfare that you can imagine in history. So it is the ugliest point in history next to World War II. I would argue it's worse. All right. We didn't have conventions prohibiting chemical warfare. We didn't have a Geneva Convention type layout for things that we have now, you know?
Geneva
Things were
Convention,
ugly.
you mean Geneva Suggestion?
I take it you're following the habitual line crosser as well. That guy is hilarious.
Oh, it's
And
that guy.
I'm with you.
And
Yep.
then there's Chuckles the Clown from a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, some of those ex-military guys are fucking comedy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we've gotten to the basic underbelly of what Saga of Tanya the Evil's about. It's about her battling against this otherworldly being and her fight to not acknowledge this being and what the being has technically done for her. And then this being X is not about it. Like, so they're constantly battling wits.
Definitely. It's it's the reformation of someone who's a product of a capitalist society. And that's really what it is. She is the product of a capitalist society. If you look at her life prior to, as a salaryman, she was the victim of a heartless system. In a way, he's trying to rehabilitate her. You know, bring her back into a cycle of reincarnation that will bring back a little bit of her humanity. But part of that is also her just being a
absolute
monster.
shit out of her until humanity comes back to her.
Most people are embracing, like, look at the alternative side, okay? The people that are being graced by, like the young girl's father. He just has a vision and gains power. The daughter gains power through just opposition. You know, these people are finding grace through God the normal way, but then there's Tanya.
Tanya's like, fuck this man.
Yeah, Tanya really don't. Tanya could really care less. She really could, and it's apparent in both her mindset and actions.
No, Tanya is a fucking child with a parent that says, "You're gonna do this." No, I'm not. You're gonna do. You want to bet?
You're not my mom.
Okay, you win. You know,
you're not my dad.
Tanya is almost a. Okay. Tanya is a angry child, petulant child,
lashing
and
out.
being X is the father reprimanding her. That's pretty much what the whole series is.
Which is
Raising
true
a
because
petulant
technically,
child.
like, Tanya has no parents when she's reincarnated because she was born in an orphanage. So, like,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
But yeah, we can go all day, man. All I'm gonna say is this: Watch Tanya. Watch Tanya. Watch the Saga of Tanya the Evil, bro. It's worth it.
Watch Tanya because it's the best portrayed antagonist that you're going to come across anime. Most of them have a good streak that's reinforced throughout the story. Tanya's is not really a good streak.
And not only that, man, it's entertaining, it's thrilling, it has modernized magical warfare. Like it taps into a little bit of
even
everything.
Helsing had more heart. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Yo, not he had more.
Dude.
Yo,
Hellsing was great.
all right, cool, bro.
I just didn't like really how either Hellsing ended. Both of them kind of just rubbed me just a weird way how they wanted to end them, and I was like, why?
But all right.
Well, the original had less of it had a more open ending. It's the Ultimate that had their own write out, and that was done by a French company.
Oh yeah.
The French were ahead of the game on anime on all fronts, bro. They're already producing their own anime, and some of that shit's already hit mainstream.
Yo, some of the French. Yo, what was that? There was a good French anime movie. I forgot the name of it. It was good.
The military one, yeah.
Yeah. There was another
Something of the North, I think.
Yeah, there was a few. I could name a few to be honest, but they're all even China.
Yeah,
even
there's one that's huge.
Even China is doing like their own types of anime, and they're good too.
China,
like the Kings,
what was it, Outcast?
Outcast, Kings, the Avatar.
Dude, no, the top tier. The God, what was the new one?
The one where they got the magical fire powers and everything. Yeah, and it was like martial arts based. I know which one you're talking about.
No, it's the. I'm looking it up right now because I can't remember. Daily Life of the Mortal King.
Oh yeah,
top
that's good.
Tier.
Probably dude, that was freaking awesome.
That one next to the outside is it not the Outsiders? The Outcast. The first 2 seasons were done by a Japanese studio, but the story is Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
When COVID hit and they everyone just said fuck China because of the CCP. What they did is they had an internal studio do it, bro. They were fans, all right, and they did some of the finest Chinese animation I've ever seen. Like top tier shit came out of that 3rd season, but it is so hard to find a good copy with a good sub.
True. But
however, Daily Life of the Mortal King is their official. That one's got mainstream subbing, mainstream backing, and has some of the craziest first season shit you're gonna see in anime.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
We're gonna have to do a whole episode just on the Daily Life of the Mortal King, but Chinese animation in general is on the scene, and we need to give it some respect.
Oh,
freaking,
yeah, for sure.
I don't know what it is about powerful, just straight powerful MCs and inside of but freaking my Immortal King had it right there, because freaking from the moment you meet him, you're like, oh, poor little boy.
Diesel.
Yo,
pause.
Pause.
We're getting away from the main topic.
We did get away from the main topic. I'm sorry.
Don't get wrong. Like, we can talk about let's wait for that episode.
All right.
Yeah, we didn't we already do an OP character one? OP characters? Yeah, we did one.
Did we? I don't remember.
Yeah. I think that was one of our first 5 episodes. Because remember, you brought Madoka Box? Or Madaka Box?
Was that an episode? I gotta remember.
The most OP character? Yeah, you gotta remember. Yeah.
No. We talked. Yeah, we did something around that. No, it was hot takes. We were just talking in general. It wasn't, and I didn't do Medica Box. I didn't do her.
Who was it that did?
I did Kimagawa Misogi. Kimagawa Misogi. and we were just talking
I
in
think
general.
it was one of the Toonami type episodes. It might have been one of the Toonami.
No, Kobo, it was recent.
Yeah.
I know what episode
Was
it
it
was.
recent?
It was recent. We were just talking in general. It was an episode where we were just talking in general. It wasn't episode. It wasn't like a strict basis.
It was us rambling off base like we're doing right now.
Yes, but that was an episode strictly for that. And one of us asked that, and I asked that question, and I said Kimagawa Misogi. That's who I said. The guy who the guy who can turn anything and everything into something into reality or non-reality. All fiction, non-fiction. That's what I chose. But like I said, we're getting off topic. Is there anything you guys want to say to end out about Tanya?
Watch it, love it, freaking just watch it. It's freaking lit.
Definitely watch it. What about you?
I think Tanya stands on its own. You know,
Yeah,
if you want a real antagonist, a real villain to watch, Tanya's a good choice.
Yeah, she's a true real villain that stands on business about her villainy. It's crazy. What about you, Joe? What you got to say? You got anything to say?
Operation Desert Pasta.
I'm done.
Operation Desert Pasta, yes.
Not Operation Desert Pasta. All right, I'll give you that.
Operation Desert Pasta was lit.
All right, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here without further ado. Thank you all for joining and stopping by for tonight. We will be back next week with another episode. I am going to be working on talking about what next week's episode is starting tomorrow. But yeah, next week's episode, we diving into what's been happening so far this year anime wise. So be ready for that. But obviously on a specific anime itself. So definitely be ready for that. But as always, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I just made that known. Catch you guys later.